ആത്മാവേ പോ, ആത്മാവേ പോ, ആത്മാവേ പോ, ആത്മാവേ പോ. This was the song that was put or played in a factory by the workers of the factory. And the song played a particular time when a special, a particular person come for the work. That is also a worker of that same factory. Whenever he comes, the other co-workers play the song in the player. And uh, why this song was put? There was a doubt aroused by a newcomer, and the person was given the answer because that particular man, whenever he comes, we play the songs. It is because of this man will come for the work, but he will check his mobile, sit somewhere, and or make a phone call, or wander here and there, and he never does his own work. He never does his duty. So whenever he comes to the working place, the co-workers that we play the song in order to communicate him that this is what we want from you. You may please go away from this place, so that others may do their own work well. Otherwise, others will also maybe imitate what you are doing. There are youngsters who are blindly imitating so many things. So others also will imitate you. So better you leave the place. That is what the inner thoughts of other co-workers, inner desires of other co-workers towards this particular person. And whenever he comes, they play this song. So the man felt so much funny of this moment. I said this point, I said this incident, or it's a story, just like I said this because of the power of the Spirit. We would like to imbibe the power of the Holy Spirit, not the evil one, but the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit is very much giving more and more strength and power to all and each and every one of us, especially the people who are very much attracted to the spirit strength, spirit imbibing the spirit power, strength. And this spirit gives us a lot of happiness, joyfulness, and pleasure. Also, there are many gifts and the so much profitable from this Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit can enlighten us, guide us. He can become a paraclete for us. So imbibe the Holy Spirit. That is what the Christianity teach each and every one of us. Speaking about the Spirit, one becomes the Spirit after his death. He also has his Spirit within himself, but he becomes just a Spirit after death. When he lives, is a body. Is a body. Is a breath. Is the Spirit, and the life is the living Spirit. Living Spirit. Life is the living Spirit. So what we have to do is that we have to reflect the death, the last moment of a person. Once we die, everything is finished on earth and enter into another life. Especially the Charvaka philosophy and all teaching us eat, drink, and make merry. So tomorrow we may die. So eat, drink, and make merry. That is what the motto of Charvaka philosophy. But that is not the motto of Christianity. Christianity is do everything good so that we may attain the heavenly life to sit with the Jesus himself. According to Indian philosophy or Hindu philosophy, you could say, Hindu philosophy teaches that there is a karma. According to the karma, one after death again he has to born again, reborn. There is after death there is a rebirth is there, and rebirth another birth. For there is a cycle. Once we die in one particular position, one particular state of life, then changing into another state of life in another life will be another way according to the karma he does, according to the deeds he does on the previous birth. So his karma is judging him who he is to be in the next birth according to Hindu philosophy. So this karma will be the cycle will continue again and again and again, just because of he does something not supposed to be not enough good that he has supposed to do. So he has to born again and again. So this cycle will break only he does good work and enter into moksha, or can be called nirvana, just like Sri Buddha and who attained nirvana while he was on earth itself. Nirvana, doing a lot of so rules, keeping a lot of spiritual exercises. So many exercises he does, and he enter into one with the universal one, the heavenly body, one with the big mind. He puts a big one, unity with the holy one. So he becomes more and more a saintly person while he was on earth. And what is the one once he becomes or moksha, or once he realizes the moksha or nirvana or mukti, when he reaches that stage of life, what is the duty of a person to do next? He has to help the other person who is very poor in attaining so much of reaching that particular stage of life. So he has to help in several ways to take him to that stage of life. So and so enjoy the heavenly bliss. That heavenly bliss is important in each and every person. We here on earth have a lot of sufferings and a lot of torment or a lot of punishments of God can be set, and we have to enter into a new life, and that new life needs along with the God Himself. It is said that we all die one day. Every human being has a day, just like all dogs. Every dog has a day. Same way, every human being has a day of death. Once we die, then we cannot do any more good things to get a good position after life. There are so many Christians who think that uh, the life is so much short. Lifespan is so much short. 70 years, 60 years, 50 years, 80 years, 100 years. And nobody is reaching on that. But lifespan is so much small, so very short lifespan. So enjoy the maximum. Just like the Chavaga, as I said it before, enjoy the maximum and do everything possible in their life. But Jesus Himself came and taught us there is a life after death. There is a life. That life, if you want to achieve, we have to do good things while we are on earth. We celebrate, we commemorate all Souls Day. These souls have done good things, and if they have done good things, they will enter into the heavenly bliss along with uh, Jesus Himself. Jesus Himself said, what is the uh, position? What will happen after life, after death? Jesus Himself said, there is no there is no marriage in heaven. All will be like angels. The one said Jesus asked Jesus, if one gets married to the certain person, what will be his position in heaven? Then Jesus Himself said, there is no giving marriage or getting marriage in heaven. All will be like angels, no recognition of another one. And my family, my no, all will be same angels. So while we are on earth, it is better to do all the good things that is possible to do. So there is a provocation, imbibing provocation of every each and every one of us to do good. Present situation, people are thinking that life is so much of worry, so much of problems, so much of tension, so much of anxiety, and so much of torment. So better to enjoy the life maximum and go and enjoy it. No, it is Jesus Himself said, way to heaven is not the broad way, bigger ways, but the way that has a lot of sharp thorns, and sharp stones, edged stones. All these things are there on the way, and the way will be a narrow way, not the broad way. Broad way will reach to hell. At the when we take 2 or 3 steps, it will like heaven. But after reaching the 10th step, we realize this is not heaven, this is hell. But to the narrow way, when we step 1 or 2 5 steps, oh, this is we are moving to the hell. But after reaching to the 10th step, we realize this is the heavenly bliss that we are going to enjoy. So what we have to do here is to enjoy the moment of life each and every day with suffering. When suffering comes, oh, everything is over. Especially Christians usually embrace the suffering. They want to be suffer more. There are saints who would like to get to suffer more and more, give me more and more suffering. It's like Saint Teresa of Avila, Saint Teresa of Lisieux. They were also requesting people, why to Jesus, give me more and more suffering. Once they what called once they struggled or stubborn with the God, why are you giving me a lot of suffering? Saint Teresa of Lisieux, because you love so much. That is why I'm giving you suffering. Jesus, I love you. Since I love you so much, I will give you more and more suffering. So if that is the way, then please give me more and more suffering. Let me enjoy the suffering. Let me get more and more suffering. That is what the reply of saints. So whenever we get suffering, that does not mean that the evil one is causing all this suffering. No, not the evil one, but God Himself is causing the suffering. Jesus Himself died on the cross. Other religion, other people will, oh, these are religious leader. Jesus Himself is a God Himself, but He died. He made a life, or He made a death, or He had a death that is horrible. Cannot be thought of. What a death! That was the judgment they pass, they produce. But these are the way to the joyfulness, the way to bliss. In front of them, it will be foolishness, but in front of God, it is the great intelligence, the cleverness, cleverness of a soul is to go and face the suffering. Clever. We have to be clever itself to go and embrace the suffering. When our suffering comes, oh my God, I cannot go that, I cannot do that things, I cannot do these things. No. Whenever this comes, oh, enjoy, go. Our face will be not so happy, but the result of that pain, of that torment, or the such kind of small punishment, or such kind of intoleration over some suffering, the result will be the most beautiful, tastiest bliss of joyfulness. That is with along with Jesus Christ. Now it is also time to think about the departed souls that have passed from our own families, especially from my own family. My own father, I remember Mr. Thomas Chandy Palipamal, and also I remember Mr. George Vadaprampil, Mrs. Mary George Vadaprampil. Also, I remember because they are also played a good role to produce good people, good children, good relatives. So bring up good people. That is also one who enjoyed a lot of good things. Also help others to enjoy also good things. Once to reach the moksha, as I said in the beginning, one who reach the moksha, help others to reach also this. So when suffering comes, oh my God, everything is collapsed. No, no, that's not the way. Go again. You know the life of a it's not the this what is ഒരു what is called Pavidam. It is I don't know what is the like it's like a Pavidam. That is what when a small sand get inside of this Pavidam now, it will be rolling. It will get inside of that chippy that shell, and then if a small sand of stone enter into that shell, it's going to be a great suffering for that creature, for that fish, the shellfish. Not a selfish, but selfish. That fish has got a lot of suffering when a small sand of stone get inside of that, but they are in the sea, and it will be rolling. It goes to a lot of suffering. And after the suffering, the result will be a beautiful, costly, more precious pearl like what is called more precious mutta, Pavidam mutta. That will be in Malayalam. That is called. That is the result of that suffering. So whenever suffering comes, do not be afraid. If there are stony or thorny way is given to you, this also will produce the shoe with which you have to wear and walk through that way. So whenever there are suffering, do not run away, but embrace it. Whenever we embrace, you will be counted in the kingdom of heaven. And there are a lot of souls, there are a lot of saints also. We remember a lot of saints. These saints are once they enjoyed the suffering. Suffering when they enjoy the suffering is also important. We used to run away from suffering. We know the people who are when they get little money, they run to the tourist places, different places, go to tourist places, different food, different hotels, different movies, theaters, and for the tourist places. But ask them to go for 5 days of retreat in different retreat centers in Kerala. They don't go. They never go because that is a kind of suffering. It's a suffering. The priest will indicate us and speak something about us, and they will put our motive, or they demotivate us, or show our negative things in front of the people. All those things we are fear of going for retreat. There are people. Also, there are people who are do everything, anything and everything, not taking any responsibilities in their life. Come what may, come what to drink, eat, drink, and make merry. Come what may, I don't mind. That will result a great torment in their future life. So in this, Jesus himself has shown what is happening in the after death, especially in the gospel. You see the death of Lazarus and the rich man. Rich man is asking, "Tell my brothers, please do good things and live, so that they may not enjoy what I am. They may not suffer what I am suffering now." Then the reply was, for them, the Abraham and Moses had already said, for it's already said, but still they don't follow whatever they said. So they have to face the law, face the situation, face the suffering, face the law of God Himself. God's law is more than the natural law. So in this also stay, the greatest message can be given is embrace the little sufferings in our life. Thank you.